What's going on, everybody? My name is Hydros, and welcome back to some more My Hero Academia Ultra Impact. And today we have some more details on the upcoming event that's going to be bringing the new Shinso and Aizawa units, as well as a couple new memories. And also, we're going to go over all of that stuff here in today's video. But before we go ahead and get started, make sure you guys go down there, click that red subscribe button if you haven't already. Click that bell, turn on all notifications. I'll miss on any future videos. And also shout outs to the MHA Ultra Impact Discord for all the translations and stuff like that. Make sure to go join it down in the description down below. So, time is limited. Be Rational one-on-one training event from July 16th, 3 p.m. JST to July 25th, 3 p.m. JST. So, we got some time. You got some time to do it. And also, this event, as they mentioned here, this event will play like the previous Go Beyond number 1 and 2 Pro Heroes event, which if you guys don't remember what that event, it literally was not even that long ago, but the number 1 and number 2 Pro Hero event, it was not like the All Might or the current Kirishima one that we have right now, which those two are sort of like lottery events. The number 1 and 2 Pro Heroes, and then this one, this specific event, the one-on-one training one, that is going to be like an exchange shop. You're going to be getting medals to exchange in the shop for items and the new memory and stuff like that. No new unit, no new actual actual free-to-play unit. So they kind of have been alternating so far with those. So the first one was the All Might lottery type of event. And then the second one, which was the number 1 and 2 Pro Heroes event, which is this medal exchange shop. And now currently we had the Kirishima. It actually just ended. We have the Kirishima one, which was also a lottery event, which gave us the free Kirishima in memory. And now here, we're getting another medal exchange shop event, which is going to give us a brand new memory, but no new unit with it. So we're going to go over what that memory does here in a minute. But the new SR memory is going to be Annoying Punishment, which is interesting. So Annoying Punishment reduces enemy attack by 15% for 3 turns at the start of each wave. And if equipped to a UA student, attack or power plus 15%. So that's going to be interesting as well. So the time limited Be Rational 101 training gotcha. It's also going to be starting on July 16th at 3 p.m. JST, going to the 28th, just 3 days longer, and it's going to be ending at 10 a.m. JST. And the following units and memories will be featured. The 2 brand new units are Weaponized Voiced Hitoshi Shinso and then Reliable Teacher Shota Aizawa. So those are the 2 new units. Obviously, Shinso is going to be very decent, I would imagine. Again, my thoughts on Shinso, I think that he would be great if he was kind of like a student version of the current Aizawa unit, which the current Aizawa unit kind of buffs Pro Heroes. So instead, the Shinso could then buff either class, like not class 1A, because he's in class, he's not even in the hero class right now, currently in the anime. Spoiler alert, by the way. But yeah, I think he would buff UA students, not instead of Pro Heroes, right? Like the Aizawa buffs Pro Heroes, so he would buff the Shinso would buff UA students. So I think that's kind of the way they would maybe go with him. I don't actually know though. I mean, he could be completely way different than Aizawa could be, but I would imagine he would be. I think he would be somewhat, in the buffing of the UA student type of category. I think that's kind of how it would go. Or he could buff green type units. We don't have that many 1B students yet, so he definitely couldn't buff 1B. I mean, he could buff 1A students. That would be kind of, just to kind of buff 1A students in general was kind of weird, because in the training arc, he was actually going between class 1B and 1A. So he kind of, was on both teams when he was doing his training on 1-1, right? So, that's, I don't know. I think it would be very good to have him as a UA student buffer. He could be a green type buffer as well. He could do very well with Aizawa, the current UR Aizawa on your team as well. And he could work very good with Ochako too. Ochako could definitely be a good pairing for him. But I imagine his best pairing, as it mentions here, we're getting a new green, 2 new green units, by the way, which is very good. We're building out that green unit team. Blue was kind of buff for a while. We had, the Air Force Deku, Bakugo, Momo, stuff like that. So now we're getting 2 new green units back to back, really. And that's going to be very good. So we're going to be buffing out that green type team, mono team. If you're going to be running like Ochako, maybe the Shinso, maybe this Aizawa. I think the Ochako with her, evasiveness will work well, most likely for Shinso, depending on how, squishy he may be. But I think that the Aizawa that's on this banner with the Shinso is definitely going to be a character that's going to work well with Shinso. They kind of do that to where, the characters do work well with each other. Like, for example, at least for the free-to-play All Might, he did work well with the Air Force Deku. But since there's no free-to-play unit from this specific event, I think that the Aizawa is probably going to work well with the Shinso. Again, we will know more details once we do get translations and once the units do come out. The new memories are going to be Ida and Shoto rescues our top priority memory, and the new SR Sero and Uraraka ranged suppression memory. And this is also the event image right here. So that's pretty much all we're going to get so far in terms of data from the event. But if we kind of look at the translations here, you can kind of see annoying punishment. So that's going to be this one here. This is going to be that free SR memory you're going to be able to get. And this is kind of its art, which, oh, this art looks so good. I love it. I love the art in MHA Ultra Impact, man. It looks so freaking amazing in the game. I don't know. But yeah, so at the start of each wave, again, reduce enemy attack by 15% for 3 turns. So every wave of enemies, you're going to be reducing their attack by 15%. So if you're doing multiple wave enemies, especially if you're going against a harder boss, that's going to be very good to help you get that boss attack down just for a couple turns once the boss does come in. And then also, if you're going to be equipping it to a UA student, you're going to be getting that 15% attack up, or that power up, right? So it's going to be beneficial to yourself while reducing the enemy's attack. That could be beneficial to any UA student on the roster currently. Like, you could equip this to Deku, the Air Force Deku. You could equip this to Bakugo. You could probably equip this to the Shinso card. You could probably put this on Aizawa, but I imagine the other two memories may suit them a little bit better. But I think that, you know, this one will work well with pretty much any UA student that you have in your roster of characters, SR, UR, whatever it may be. If you're able to, I mean, this is a free max dupe memory, and, you know, that's going to be very good for all your units, right? So, you know, the most units that are currently in the game are I think most of them in the game right now are a lot of UA students. And I would imagine most of you playing the game, at least most, I would say most. I mean, some of you may have went for villains. It is what it is. But I would imagine a lot of us have, you know, a lot of UA students currently in the game. I mean, there's a lot of UA students in there currently. Again, this would be just an overarching memory that could be beneficial to you now and in the future, as we're getting new units in the future as well. So this memory will have its time period kind of drawn out for a while. But game updates, again, my thoughts on this metal shop exchange type of event. I'm not really a fan. I prefer the lottery events, not only because we do get a free, you know, unit when we get the lottery events. We get the free unit and the free memory. But when it comes to these metal trading exchange shop events, I mean, there's a lot of cool, I mean, you can get shards for your units here. As you can see, the SR blue Himiko Toga, you can get the red muscular shards. And, you know, as I said, it's not the greatest one. Again, there is a lot of items. There's a good amount of drop items, especially from the event, a good amount of gems. But I think the lottery event just has a little bit more, I don't want to say benefit, because it obviously has a benefit giving you a free unit, right? And then also a free memory. But I believe it's just, I don't know, the lottery event feels a little bit more, I don't know what the right word to describe it would be. I don't know what the word would be. Encapsulating? I don't know. Maybe not that. No, not encapsulate. Maybe that one, it's more enticing, I think, to do the lottery event, because, you know, you get free items, and also with the lottery event, you can continuously get those lottery tickets and continuously over and over and over and over and over and over again get, you know, items from the shop, items from the lottery draw. And after step 7, it's infinite. You can keep going and going and going and going and going all you want and get as many of those items from the lottery draw as you want as you keep going at each and every step, right? With this, I don't remember if the shop was, if you can refresh the shop, I believe, with the medals, but after a certain point, it's just like, okay, cool, I'm just getting the items, right? It's just like, okay, it's a little easier than doing the lottery, because again, from this one, you just have to get the medals and then go exchange it from the lottery. You have to do the lottery, go back, do this, do that. You know, I don't know. I guess it has its ups and downs depending on which one you prefer. Personally, I prefer the lottery events in comparison to stuff like this. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on what you like better. Do you like this kind of event where you exchange the medals or items, and the medals for items in an exchange shop for the event? Or do you like the lottery draw, not only because of the fact that we get a free unit and memory, right? But in terms of like the items available and stuff like that, what do you guys prefer specifically? Let me know down in the comments down below. But that's pretty much all there is to it with the new event. Once the new units drop and stuff like that, we will be doing videos breaking them down and seeing how well they do in the game. And also make sure to expect, I'll try to do showcases if I get lucky enough. I hopefully will get lucky enough to get the new Shinso, at least hopefully the new Aizawa. That would be even better. But, you know, it is what it is if I don't. Let me know your thoughts, opinions down in the comments down below. Leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day.